was really young and wanted to be an artist and discovered my artistic talent, so to speak, I worked across many different media. And there was something in me that resisted being a painter, because being a painter wasn't very popular in those days. It was a bit romantic. It was seen as self-involved. Shouldn't you be pushing the envelope of art, blah, blah, blah. So I did painting and sculpture and lithography and video and musical improvisation. And in all of that, I started to wonder, well, how does creativity work? And what I started to notice, and what I wrote my thesis on, and later my master's, was on sort of creative cognition. What's going on in my consciousness, in my mind, in my feelings, in the degree of habit, or the degree of, say, uncertainty or intuition, or am I thinking in words, or can I learn to think without words? What does it mean to think in pictures? What does it mean to think in metamorphoses? So all of these questions, I spent like years and years and years tracking not only my physical process and learning tools like Final Cut and digital cameras and that kind of thing, but inquiring into the nature of creative consciousness, so that why? Well, it was basically, I wanted to learn to make great art consistently. Like, that was my goal. And I wanted to understand what artists like Goya and Rembrandt or Cy Twombly and Basquiat were doing in their minds and their souls and within themselves that manifest as this work of great art. So in that whole process, I learned that this uncertainty is at the heart of every creative act. And the way that I began to think about it was, if there's no uncertainty, it's not really creative, because by definition, there's certainty, which means it's repetitive. And so I started to look at thinkers who knew about uncertainty and navigated uncertainty productively, and studying that and writing that and practicing that and making art, but looking at, where do I get anxious? Where do I too quickly go to a solution? Where do I try to force? And how do I navigate this discovery process so that I get consistent results? And the way that I began to think about it is, what I was going for, which I can do now, is I know I'm going to get good results even though I don't know what the results will be. And so if it's not good, I'm not finished yet. And so over time, I've developed these physical techniques of basically destroying what's not good enough with the confidence and, in a word, the faith that if I keep working on it, even if it's painfully terrible, something will give and something will come from the labor. And so that's the long answer. The short answer is, sometimes works finish themselves in 5 minutes. Sometimes they take years. They literally take years of painting and sanding and sitting around for months and then picking up again and working on. And that's why I've developed the practice of working on so many pieces simultaneously, because I never know when a piece is going to say to me, I'm nearly there, slow down, don't destroy what's here. It's time to shift mode out of surfing uncertainty into feeling my way forward very carefully, because I might be there. I might almost be to the far shore on the other side of the storm of, the ocean of uncertainty. And so I kind of then creep up on it until it's finally finished. So I have these modes that I go into in my mind to navigate this and to make it all productive.